I need to do some errands, and we need to talk about Instagram resurrecting one Myspace feature, Grok going haywire with their AI, especially in the pre-election period, and the general consensus changing towards AI and generative AI. My name is Mark. You're watching Marketing Yap Setup or Marketing Right Setup Talks, and let's get to the main points. First off, almost 1 year ago, on the main stage of the Belgian biggest marketing or social media marketing conference, I said this. It was mostly about your profile. You could share music there, which was the killer feature. I was still surprised that Facebook did not copy that. And now, 11 months later, what do we have? Instagram is bringing music to profiles. So now you can add your favorite song to your profile and either, color it a bit with more context and mood, or subtext your crush or spouse, if you're old enough to remember this Myspace feature from Myspace. My God, I'm going blind. So I personally love it. I'm not entirely sure how this will play into the copyright issues that some professional accounts had on Instagram, and they were not able to use music and trending sounds for their reels. So I'm really curious if this is some gray area or not, but we will see. Second topic, Grok from Twitter, now being potentially one of the biggest generative AIs on the market, has no issue using faces of real people to generate images that are absolutely bonkers. I've seen the less harmful, like Taylor Swift endorsing Trump and Kamala Harris expecting a baby, but also some absolute disgusting stuff, like borderline crime. It was not even borderline crime, it was like straight out crime. And as it seems, it all plays towards Elon Musk's idea of freedom of speech. So there will be potentially repercussions or shackles on Grok, and you might use it to generate some wild stuff. Also, at least European Union, he is somehow trying to put stop on this. We will see how US Congress and US Senate will act towards this. But for example, Grok is the second big generative AI that left the Brazilian market, because in Brazil, the government, or like the officials, went absolutely against Meta AI and also Grok now. We'll see if this is just, like a one-time occurrence, or if this will become a trend and a precedent. And 3, the general consensus towards Gen AI. As I hinted in the previous point, some countries like European Union and already Brazil are standing up against generative AIs that have access to user info that they should not have without consent. But also, there's this issue with generative AI in the eye of public not being what it was promised. It's a gimmick, more or less. That's one thing. Second thing is the opinion of customers, because there's been some studies that shown that people are less prone to purchase a tool if it's openly claiming it's powered by AI. And 3, it's the sentiment of investors who are less than happy with the effect of generative AI or AI in general on economy, which there has been none, or at least in the positive sense. In the negative sense, the consumption of electricity and stuff is massive. So the resources to create, feed, and maintain AI and generative AI are massive, but the upturns, or the pros for it, are yet to be seen, which means there could be less of a race towards the general artificial intelligence, or there could be a halt in the development of the current Gen AI tools. We will have to see. As a cherry on top, there are a couple companies that are openly claiming now that they are against AI, and they are like fully not AI. As it seems, one of the latest Rage Against the Machine cool kids on the block is Procreate, the artist suite tool or set of tools for designers and illustrators, whose CEO posted a video on Twitter claiming this.
You've been asking us about AI. I usually don't like getting in front of the camera. I prefer that our products speak for themselves. I really fucking hate generative AI. I don't like what's happening in the industry, and I don't like what it's doing to artists. We're not going to be introducing any generative AI into our products. Our products are always designed and developed with the idea that a human will be creating something. We don't exactly know where this story is going to go or how it ends, but we believe that we're on the right path supporting human creativity.
Which in the sense of making a statement is awesome, and if you're against AI, this is probably up your alley. But in the sense of, like being very factual and, sticking to the statement, this could also mean that some features that people like in, competitor tools, let it be Illustrator or Photoshop, like the generative fill, could be seriously missing in Procreate tools. And yes, while people mainly illustrate and hand draw in Procreate, time will tell if this is not step in the wrong direction. Like, I get the whole we are against AI replacing artists or AI taking jobs from artists notion, which is awesome and I completely support it. But some portion of the AI could be useful even for those artists. As I always say, both extremes are bad. If you are extreme in the way of you're going full AI and replacing your workforce, that's a bad extreme. But also if you're completely against technology and progress, that's a bad extreme as well. We will have to see how this one pans out. But what are your opinions on these topics? Either the Instagram music or Grok going haywire again, or the whole sentiment towards AI and generative AI. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Please comment below the video. I'll be very happy to read your opinions. I'll be very happy if you consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notif bell for future videos. And if you're interested in more Instagram updates and news, consider watching this video where I talk about the latest 3 or 4 updates, and mainly the big updates that changes plays to views, how it changes the entire number of views, and why impressions are going to die and why it's not really a good idea. Yeah, see you there.